Okay. So let us begin tonight's class on our backs. So make your way down to a comfortable position on your back. Make sure, there we go, okay. And as usual, I like to take a bit of time, maybe reach my hands up to the ceiling, and then drop the shoulder blades to the mat, and then my upper arms, and then my lower arms. Maybe move your head a little side to side, finding the back of your head in a comfortable place for it. And then as well, move your knees a little side to side. Just starting to investigate your body, starting to check in, really paying attention. Because most of the time during the day, we don't do that unless we have pain. And that's all that pain is. It's a signal that our body needs us to pay attention to something. Something's wrong. It sends up a signal, pay attention to me. And so when we're feeling relatively good and pain-free, and we slow down, we start to breathe and check in with our body, we might notice little places where we're holding tension or where we're tight. And then just let your knees come to a stop. Start to take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And then notice the parts of the back of your body that are in contact with the mat. And as you exhale, see if you can just release a little bit more tension and sink a little bit deeper into the mat. And then maybe think about something that you wish to be rid of. Maybe it's a negative emotion or feeling that you hang on to. I know for me, judgment was a big one for a long time. It was very difficult to release judgment. See somebody and I would be like, oh, look at their hair. Why are they wearing that? What is that about? And such a deep unconscious, subconscious feeling of judgment. And so I really, really, really wanted to let go of that. I really wanted not to judge ever. And so I practiced every time I found myself starting to make a judgment with my inside voice, I would flip it and I would say, wow, well, look at them. They can wear that. How amazing is that? I would never wear something like that. Good for them. They must have the best self-esteem ever. So think about maybe something in those lines that you want to release, let go of, and see if you can just flip it. If it's judgment, make it acceptance. If it's anger, make it caring or love, whatever word fits. or it could be a habit. You know, I want to let go of hitting my alarm clock 3 times before I get out of bed. And then flip it to, I have lots of time. I have energy in the morning. So think about that just briefly, something that maybe you want to let go and you want to be reborn. You want to have a different purpose and let that go. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And we'll revisit that. Why is my there? Okay. So from here, we're going to start to move. Our knees are still going to be bent and our arms are by our side. We're going to come up into bridge, and we're going to do this not with a lot of thought. I just want you to flow with your breath and then roll out of bridge. So you have your feet on the mat and just roll up. It doesn't have to be super high. You don't have to lift your hips really high, and roll down. So really coming in contact with the pelvis and feeling your spine as you lift up. Exhaling, rolling back down. Inhaling, lifting up, and exhaling, rolling down. So you're tuned into your breath, and you're just moving gently, nice, soft, up and down. Now we're just going to add one arm into the movement. So our right arm is going to come up and overhead as our hips come up, and exhale, it's going to come back down and up and down. And left arm up and overhead. Exhale and bring it back down. And inhale overhead and exhale. Now alternate. Right hand over as your hips come up on your inhale. Exhale, right arm comes down. Inhale, left arm comes overhead as the hips rise. And exhale, left arm comes down. And then right arm. Nice soft movements. And left arm. And now both arms overhead as hips rise and back down. So this is more of a nice soft, giving ourselves like a little bit of massage on the back, not too focused on squeezing our glutes or hamstrings and really making it into a asana. It's more of a little bit of a warm-up. Last time, inhale both arms up and exhale, arms down. And then just come to rest, take a breath in and out. Beautiful. Let's hug our left knee in towards our chest. So you can hug on the hamstring if that feels better, or you can hug on the shin. And then stretch the right leg out, flex the right foot, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. One more deep breath. Circle the left ankle. So our left leg is in, we're circling the left ankle. Good, and then point and flex the left foot. And then lower the left foot to the ground. And bend the right ankle, place it on top of the left knee. Stay here. Take a deep breath in and out. And if it feels comfortable, you can hug the left knee in a little bit to the chest. Just a little bit. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more in and out. Good. And then release the left foot, right foot to the mat. Stretch the left leg long as you bring the right knee in towards the chest. Take some deep breaths here to start. And circle the right ankle a few times in each direction. And then point and flex, and point and flex, and again. And then bend the left knee and place the right ankle above the left knee on the left thigh. And if it's comfortable, give yourself a little hug, draw the left knee in towards the chest, maybe just 2 or 3 breaths. And release. Good. And then from here, just move your hips again a little side to side. And then we're going to come up onto our elbows. And we're going to take our legs a little bit wider. And then we're going to move them to the left and to the right. The left and the right. And then let your knees come all the way over to the left. Take your right arm and bring it over. So now you're in a little bit of a twist. Yeah, good. So you can stay here. You can keep your hands up. Or if you feel a little more flexible, you can take your forearms down to the mat. So either way, and just take a couple of breaths here. So in my yoga class today, we did 1 minute of Kapalabhati in this pose. But I won't make you do that. So just hang out here, take a couple of breaths. Good. And then just use your arms, bring yourself back up. And then come back onto your elbows, shift your hips to the center. And then start to move your legs again, knee side to side. And then let your knees come all the way over to the right. And bring your left arm over and come into a twist. And you can stay up or you can come down. Couple of breaths. And then use your hands, press back up, come back over. We're back onto our backs. I'm sorry, on our hips and on our hands or elbows, forearms, and side to side one last time. Good. From here, you can just cross your legs and make your way up into an easy pose. So comfortable sitting pose. Yep. Elevate your hips. So sit on a blanket if you can, or a cushion. Find a nice comfortable place. Wonderful. And then from here, we're just gonna move our arms a little bit. Inhaling, we're gonna bring our arms up. And then exhale, we're just going to flow our hands down in front of us. Then we're going to turn our palms out and exhale to the sides. Good. Inhale, palms come up facing each other. Exhale, hands down, palms down. When we get down to about the belly, turn your palms out, raise up, and exhale. Really nice shoulder opener. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm just watching Ryan's shoulders. Inhale. Good movement there. And exhale. Now, let your fingertips just rest on the side of the mat. Good. We're going to inhale our right arm up and exhale to the left. Now, what I want you to do here is I want you to keep that right hip on the mat. And I want you to kind of keep a little bit of space in the left side. So reach out with those left fingertips and keep like don't scrunch all the way down and squeeze that left kidney. Try to keep a little bit of space and also keep the right hip on the ground. And take a couple of deep breaths here. And then just take your chin and look at your left hand. Good. And now start to bring the right arm down. Maybe it's like 12 inches off the mat. And then take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Deep breath in and out. Good. And then slowly start to slide back up to center. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, left arm up. And walk your fingertips out. Keep a little bit of that space here, but keep the left hip rooted. Deep breath in and out. Good. And then take your chin towards the right shoulder. Looking at the right shoulder. Deep breath in and out. And then bring your head back to the center. So your right ear to the right shoulder. And then allow the left hand to come down. Again, maybe about a foot off the mat. Deep breath in, out. And then slide that right hand towards your body and come back up to the center. And roll your shoulders. Make another nice breath in and out. Good. Let's do leg cradles. So I'm going to stretch out my right leg and then take my left foot in my right hand, my left hand on my knee, and just rock side to side. So just opening the joint, moving the leg side to side. Good. And then as you become a little more flexible, you can actually cradle the whole leg, but you just can hold the knee and the ankle for now. And then just set that ankle on top of the knee. Okay. Flex the right foot, and we're just going to lean forward just a little bit from the hips. So don't round your back, just a nice openness in the chest. Forward fold a little bit. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Good. Now from here, you can just drop the left foot on the outside of the right knee, but the foot has to be completely on the floor. If it doesn't, bring it back to the inside. I'm just going to work with it on the inside of my right knee. And just hug that knee in. So just take a moment and sit nice and tall. Keep the right foot flexed. Reach through the crown of the head. Shoulders are soft and relaxed, even though you're hugging this left knee. Good. Another deep breath. Now we're going to just keep the right hand hugging the knee. Bring the left hand behind you, look over the left shoulder, and just twist maybe 70%. Inhale tall, exhale, and twist. And feel that twist start from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of the head. You might even feel your right leg slide out a little bit as you twist. Good. Hold here. One breath. And bring your head around, bring your hands around. We're hugging that knee one more time. And then just allow the knee to drop out to the side. So like a half butterfly. Inhale, reach your arms up, soften your shoulders. So bend the elbows slightly, right foot stays flexed. And reach out towards those right toes. Doesn't matter how far you come. Maybe you're only going to touch your knee. That's great. Just take some deep breaths here once you get into the pose. Now, wherever you are, just take a breath in and look up. And exhale, fold again. 3 deep breaths. Try to relax that left leg. Just forget about the left leg. Last deep breath. Good. And then bring your arms right alongside of the ears. Press that right heel into the mat and lift up. And release. Good. And then stretch the left leg long. And we're going to bring the right leg into cradle. So left hand on the right foot and right hand on the right knee. And just move side to side. Good. It's really nice for the hip. Good work, everyone. Deep breath in and out. Good. And then place the ankle on above the knee on the left. Keep the right foot flexed. Keep the left foot flexed. Oops. Did we do that? No, we didn't do that next. We did our twist next. Didn't we? I believe so. Let's do our twist next. No, I can't remember. We're going to do our twist first. So I'm going to keep the foot right here. Hug that in. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Right hand comes behind and about 70%. Turn, look over the right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Now you're holding that leg up. You don't want it to flop out, but you don't need to really force it. And as you exhale, again, twisting all the way from the base of the spine, just like a corkscrew, all the way up through the crown of the head. You might feel that left leg start to slide out a little bit more and more with your exhale. One more deep breath. And back to the center. Now take your foot above the knee. Good. We're just going to lean forward here. So lean forward just a little bit. Chest is nice and open. Feet are flexed. Just getting a little extra stretch in the hip. One more deep breath. and slowly come back up. And then let's keep the right foot alongside of the left thigh. Flex the left foot, relax the right thigh, just forget about it. Inhale, tall, and exhale, reach. And wherever your hands come, that's fine. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. 3 deep breaths. And bring your arms by your ears. Press the left heel into the floor. Rise up. Exhale, hands down. Good. And then just take both of your legs out. Just shake them a little side to side. Beautiful. And then let's come on to hands and knees for our cat-cow. Remember, if your knees are an issue, always you can kneel on a blanket. So find the pads of your hands, press them into the mat, tops of the feet or toes. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, drop your head, press the spine up to the ceiling, and inhale. Squeeze shoulder blades together, gently look up, and exhale. Allow your spine to move with the breath. And maybe if you're thinking about that habit or that word or that feeling that you want to let go of, that we talked about right in the beginning of class, maybe as your spine moves in this cat-cow, you can release that feeling or that habit. Last one. And press back into child's pose. Take your knees apart if you need. Allow your head to rest towards the mat. And then from here, we're going to come back into our tabletop. Extend the right leg, press the toes into the mat, and just press forward and backward, stretching the calf and the wrists. Good. From here, lift the right leg and see if you can take a little bow down to the mat and back up. Good. And one more. Nice, everyone. Good. Do you have one more in you? Let's try it. One more. And back up. Good. And then release the right foot to the mat. And then we're going to bring our left foot up, pressing into down dog. So remember, the option here is you can leave your hands on the mat and just come back into an extended child's pose if that feels better. Come into down dog. So we're going to pedal our feet one at a time. So when you come up on the toes on one foot, drop the heel of the other and switch. Notice what your hands feel like. Can you feel the pads of your hands and lift all your fingertips? Good. Now when both heels come towards the mat, come back up on your toes and come back onto your knees. Back into tabletop. Good. Let's do 2 more cat-cows. And come back into neutral. Let's reach back with the left toes, rock a little forward and backward. Rocking forward, rocking backward. Building strength in our core, building strength in our arms. Good. And then lift the left leg and see if you can take a little bow. And again, press up. Good. If it's too much, you can always take your knee down. And one more time, down. And press up. These are little cat bows. And one more time, if you can. Down and back up. Bring your knee back to the mat and make some big hip circles here in each direction. Good. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, and walk your hands up. I'm sorry, well, you can walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands, whatever works for you. And if you have your blocks, just grab your blocks, have them close to you at the top of the mat, crown of the head reaches to the mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. And from here, we're going to take our right hand, we're going to bring it across to the left ankle. We're going to take our left hand and tuck it behind us. And then you're going to bend the right knee. So you're going to get a good stretch along the IT band or the outside of the left leg. Nice deep breath here. One more. Good. Now bring your head back to the center. Release both hands down. And switch. Left hand to the right ankle. Right arm behind. And bend the left knee. Deep breath in and out. Good. And release that. Both hands down. Hands to your blocks. Step back with the left foot. And bring the left knee to the ground. So now we're just in a lunge. Take the top of the foot to the mat. Deep breath here. And then just shift back. Bring your hands up to the right knee. Inhale, reach up. Kneeling warrior. Remember, you can have your arms in whatever direction you need. You can even keep them down and just open the chest by squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Deep breath in and out. From here, we're going to start to bring our arms down and shift backwards. And maybe come all the way down. Flex that right foot. And then see if you can come back up. Now you can have the left toes tucked and just make a little bit of a bow. And back up. Or you can have the left top of the foot on the mat and you can sit all the way back down and then come all the way back up. So whatever one works for you. Exhale, bring your hands back to your blocks and then tuck the toes on the left foot, lift the left knee, step the left foot to the right foot. Deep breath in. Let it go, deep breath out. Good. Take your right hand to the left ankle. Left hand behind you, just like we did before. Bend the right knee. This time, if you want, reach straight up with the left arm. So just taking a little bit more of a twist. Deep breath in Deep breath out. And one more. Bring your head back to the center. Release your arms back to the blocks. Take a breath here. And other side. Left hand to the right ankle, right hand behind you. Bend the left knee. And then if you want, reach up to the sky. Deep breath in. Good work, everybody. This is not easy. You're doing fabulous. Another deep breath. Head back to the mat. Release your arms. Hands to the blocks. Step back with the right foot. Come into a low lunge. I'm going to start with the top of my foot on the mat. Couple of breaths here. And then straighten that left knee. Kneeling warrior, arms come up. Deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now on your next exhale, you can sit back, reach out, and back up. Or remember, you can have these toes tucked on the right foot. Just come back a little, and then back up. And one more. And back into our kneeling warrior. On your next exhale, hands to the blocks. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, and step up. Crown of the head to the mat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Hands come to the heart. Press your feet into the mat and rise up. And let that go. Shake it out. See how your legs feel. Good. Roll your shoulders up and back. Come into a beautiful, nice mountain here. Deep breath in and out. So let's do a little bit of balance. Let's do a Qigong balance today. So let's do stork spreads its wings. So we're going to start with our left foot. I realize my camera is set on not mirroring, so I need to mirror. So this is left foot. So raise your right knee for me. Oh, it is. Okay. So it is opposite. Okay, so you can relax your knee. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, so we're gonna balance on our left leg, so our left glute, and we're just gonna take our right toe to the mat and then just step it out. So if you were to just gonna take your leg straight and tap the toe. So when we inhale now, we're gonna bring that knee up as our arms come up. And then as we exhale, arms come down, toe taps out in front of us. Good. Inhale. And exhale. So there's almost this lifting. So as you inhale and that knee comes up, your crown of your head reaches up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, there's a little bit of a bend in that in your left knee, your standing leg. So it's almost like chi pulsing when we do chi pulsing and down. Good. And one more up and down. Last time, we're just going to hold it here. One more breath. And release that foot down. Arms come down. And other side. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Oops, last one. We'll do one more inhale. And this time as we exhale, our feet come back together. And we release. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. So we have a nice stretch that we did. IT band, our hips, lots of forward folding and our back. So we'll come onto our backs and we'll work with those inversions. So we can work with our all the inversions, and you get to pick what's comfortable and right for your body. So the first one is going to be either 1 or 2 blocks. We're going to be on our back. And I want you to try them all so you can see. So we could start with 1 block, lifting our hips, placing that underneath the sacrum. And you want it placed, oops, I'm fuzzy again. Camera, find me, good. So we want it placed this way, so the long way, and it goes right underneath the sacrum. So this is 1 block. You can hang out here, see how this feels. And this is an inversion, just like we started with the bridge. Maybe you like that flowing bridge and you'd rather do that. Second option is to place 2 blocks underneath. And make sure it's not on your low back, it's on the sacrum. And you can stay here. Perfect. Now from here, you can carefully lift both of your legs straight up to the sky. And you can stay here either on 1 block or 2 blocks, and this would be perfect for an inversion. You can also take legs up the wall. You can come into bridge without your blocks, so just lifting your hips, maybe working your shoulders, your shoulder blades underneath. You can interlace your fingers, or you can also grab your ankles. So either one of those in the bridge. And then the last inversion, there's also inverted action. So inverted action is not a shoulder stand and not a plow. It's in between. So I have to get up. There we go. So inverted action is halfway. So you're not in a half plow and you're not in a shoulder stand. You're just at a 45-degree angle. I'm just waiting for my camera to find me again. And then you can take that into a half plow. Lulu's got a half plow going. Wow, Bonnie and Mitch, nice work. Nice, Ryan. Catherine's like, I think, in a shoulder stand. And Dewey, you've got a half plow going. Kelly has a beautiful inverted action. And Pat is, I think, inverted action almost into shoulder stand. So it looks good. So see what those feel like. And I just want you to at least try to take 3 to 5 breaths in that inverted action or in the inversion. Good. And when you feel complete, you can slowly lower out, lift up onto your elbows, and drop your head back to the mat in fish pose. I think that was our pose a couple weeks ago, maybe. So this just takes your neck in the opposite direction. Again, just 3 to 5 breaths. And then gently lift your head and lower back down to the mat. Now, sometimes you feel kind of complete after that. When you settle your head down to the mat, you might feel like your back feels just perfect. And you want to just go right into Shavasana. But if you don't, then see what else you need to do. Maybe you need to twist again, or maybe you want to do a happy baby. So see what your body needs. And then find that comfortable place. Start to tune into your breath. Begin to notice how your body feels. Allow your head to be nice and heavy on the mat. And just notice the spine. So be aware of your skull, the back of your head on the mat, your neck. Notice the gentle curve in the back of the neck. And then move down to the spine between the shoulder blades. Move down into the low back. Feel the gentle curve of the low back. Feel your hips and pelvis. And then notice your limbs, relaxing your shoulder blades and shoulder joints. And then all the way down your arms to your fingers. And your legs. Relax glutes and hips, hamstrings and thighs, knees, lower legs, down to your toes. Now notice the front of the body, that the spine is holding up. In between the pelvis, all your pelvic organs, your abdominal muscles and organs, your rib cage, the lungs and the heart. And then your head, your eyes, your brain. Allow everything to soften inside the body and outside. Let your skin just be soft. Maybe you can feel it almost melting around your muscles. This loose sack holding everything together. I have picked a reading for tonight called Going Through the Opening, Contracting Before Expanding. Sometimes our lives contract before they expand. We may be working hard on ourselves spiritually, doing good in the world, following our dreams, and wondering why are we still facing constrictions of all kinds, maybe financial, emotional, physical, and so on. Perhaps we even feel as if we have lost our spirituality and we're stuck in a dark room with no window. We may be confused and discouraged by what appears to be lack of progress. Sometimes this is simply the way things work, like a caterpillar that confines itself to a tiny cocoon before it grows wings and flies. We are experiencing the darkness before the light. When things feel tight, it's easy to panic or to want to act to somehow ease the sense. We might also spin our wheels mentally, trying to understand why things are the way they are. However, there is nothing we need to do at this time other than be patient and persevering. We can cling to the awareness that we are processing the shift from one stage to another, and the more we surrender to the experience, the more quickly we will move through the tightness and into the opening on the other side. Just like a baby making its way down the birth canal, we may feel squeezed and pushed and very uncomfortable. But if we remember we're on our way to being born into a new reality, we'll find this. Even as we endure the contracting, we can find peace within ourselves if we remember to have faith in the universe. We're able to look to the natural world for inspiration as we see that all things surrender to the process of being born. In that surrender and in that center of our own hearts, the willingness to trust in the unknown. Use your breath. Breathe it out. Soften it up. And then allow your breath to become deeper. Taking a more fully breath in and a more full breath out. And then begin to move your fingers and your toes. Your head maybe a little bit. And then make your way over to one side or the other. And as you come up to seated pose, take another deep breath in. And just notice if you feel reborn, if you feel different in this moment. It could be the subtlest of ways. And let's close our practice. We'll inhale, bring our arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take another breath together. Thank you for joining me tonight for Hatha Flow. I hope it was a good class and you got just what you needed. You could take it off the mat and into the rest of your evening, your day tomorrow, or whatever you need and whenever you need it. The light in me honors and salutes the light in you. Namaste. So, you guys can unmute if you wish. Wendy had to go. She said goodbye to everybody. Catherine, how are you?
I'm good. Really good. That was nice.
Good. I am glad. Any questions on anything?
No.
Okay. I was watching. Everybody was amazing tonight. You guys were taking care of yourselves and doing all kinds of things that were a little different and modified, and that was great. Anybody? Pat?
Oh, it felt great on the IT band and the hamstrings.
I know, you know what? That was something that I did today in class and I totally forgot about. Like
Yeah.
I kept meaning to bring that into the class, into one of my classes, and I forgot, and we did it today, and I was like, yes, I'm going to bring that in, because it gives you that nice stretch on the IT band.
We forget about those.
I know. Yeah, I know.
No,
Well,
no.
you know, go ahead. What were you going to say, Pat?
Oh, I was just gonna say I did a 9-mile walk this morning, so it just kind of got everything.
Only 9 miles? Oh, geez.
Sorry, 9 kilometers. Did I say 9 miles?
9 kilometers is still, geez.
Yeah.
Good for you. Awesome. All right. And who else? Anybody else?
Just what I needed tonight. It was great.
Good. Lulu loves the music. Thank you, Lulu. And who else?
I'm finding that I'm